So let me get this straight. Sergio ran through a grenade blast, and then dodged his way through 3 hostiles shooting at him, skidded onto the relay point, and activate the comms beacon to call in the reinforcements. That's crazy.
I saw it with my own eyes. It was absolutely badass.
Man, you're expecting me to believe that 3 trained plague goons failed to stop a guy running right towards them?
Don't sound too disappointed. Sergio was one of us, remember?
It ain't that at all. It's just that I don't believe this whole crazy tale.
Guys, look over there.
Are we blind? Deploy the garrison! Move!
The flustered Judoan Pathfinders spontaneously abandon their favourite lunchtime hangout spot and follow the emergency protocols in reaction to the arrival of fully armed battle sisters who have come to their doorstep with hostile intentions. This is a battle report for a game of OnePageRules Grimdark Future, played using custom rules with 2000 point lists adhering to force organisation. I use the Battle Brothers, while my opponent uses the Blessed Sisters. Here is my list. The veteran Master Brother is the one hero in this army. He is attached to a unit of veteran Assault Brothers. They are all equipped with jump packs that give them ambush and flying. They are all armed with dual energy claws, with no ranged weapons. The veteran Master is upgraded with War Chant, which means every hit roll of 6 not only gains AP 4 from rending, generates an additional hit with no AP. There are 2 identical units of Assault Brothers. They're equipped with jump packs so they both get ambush and flying. 1 model per squad wields a heavy chainsaw sword for added melee attacks. There are 2 units of Pathfinders, all equipped with short-range shotguns. They are both upgraded with stealth, and one of them is upgraded with scout. We have a combined unit of Support Brothers, all equipped with heavy flamers. Being reliable weapons, they hit on a roll of 2+, and with Blast 3 and AP 1, they are suited to take out large crowds of light infantry. They will be placed in transport on board one of the 2 attack speeders, with the open sides upgrade. Furthermore, the attack speeder is placed in reserve for ambush, and therefore so will the Support Brothers. There is another unit of Support Brothers to be placed within the second attack speeder. These bros are all armed with heavy fusion rifles. They are perfect for taking out tough units, such as vehicles and walkers, as their AP 4 attacks deal deadly 3 damage. The accompanying speeder will also have 2 heavy fusion rifles for added deadly attacks. For my opponent's list, the one hero, or the heroine rather, is a High Sister, upgraded with a jetpack, joined with a combined unit of 10 Pistolier Sisters, also with jetpacks, so they have both flying and ambush. They are equipped with as many flamer pistols as they can get, so they're pretty hot up close, if you catch my drift. The High Sister has spiritual guidance, which means they get an additional AP when shooting. We have 2 identical units of Warrior Sisters. Each unit has 4 sisters with heavy rifles and 1 with a heavy flamer. Furthermore, they are both upgraded with a canticle megaphone that gives +1 to morale tests, so they are less likely to get shaken. Next, we have a combined unit of Support Sisters, all carrying heavy fusion rifles to provide anti-tank prowess. While most of the other units gain an additional hit on a roll of 6 due to Devout when shooting at a target within 12 inches, The support sisters are highly devout and therefore get the extra hit on a roll of 5+. The unit will be placed in transport in the form of an infernal APC, which has a flamer, another flamer, and more flamers. Then there is a unit of destroyer sisters. They are melee warriors with dual energy claws. They have tough 3 and ambush, so they will be a menace at close quarters. Finally, there is an assault walker. It has tough 9 with regeneration, which would make it hard to destroy. It also has scout, so it can be deployed further forward and unleash its attacks, that mainly come from, you guessed it, 2 rapid heavy flamers. We play this game using progressive scoring, which is different to the basic objectives game previously featured on this channel. At the end of each round, for every objective captured, a player scores a point. At the end of the 4th and final round, this becomes 2 points for each objective. Furthermore, the objective control is not sticky, which means objectives captured in a previous round do not stay captured automatically, and they require units to be left on them in the following round. There are building runes scattered across the board. These are impassable terrain to normal units without special movement such as flying or teleport. Units can shoot through the window openings if the shooter or the target is inside the building area. However, units cannot target an enemy that is behind the building and wholly outside of its area. There are also areas with trees. These count as difficult terrain. Units can shoot into and out of these areas, but not through. Units receiving shooting attacks that are within these areas gain +1 cover bonus to their defense rolls. With a roll of a 3 on a d3, 5 objective markers are placed on the field. The Battle Brothers win the roll-off for initiative and board edge selection, so they deploy first. All Battle Brother units except the 2 units of Pathfinders are kept in reserve for ambush. The High Sister joined with the Pistolier Sisters are also kept in reserve for ambush. One of the Pathfinders and the Assault Walker deploy last using Scout and move up to 12 inches. The Pathfinders on the right advance. They position themselves so that the wooded areas stand between them and the enemy Assault Walker. A unit of Warrior Sisters advances. They fire upon the Pathfinders inside the large building ruin. The bolt rounds from the heavy rifles fail to pass through the cover of the old building structure. However, the fiery blast of the heavy flamer diffracts through the windows and engulfs the Pathfinders. With a roll of a 6, the blast 3 attack is doubled to hit 6 hits and wipes out the Pathfinders. The other unit of Battle Sisters moves into position to shoot the remaining Pathfinders. 3 of the sisters manage to get in range to fire their heavy rifles. 2 shots hit and just 1 Pathfinder is taken out. Just as the others thought they survived the initial wave, the walker makes its way straight toward them through the woods, which somehow was unexpected for the Pathfinders. The walker's flamers make light work of deleting the remaining Pathfinders. The sisters' APC carrying the support sisters drives forward over Objective 1. The support sisters stay within the transport. At the end of the first round, the Blessed Sisters capture Objectives 1, 3 and 4 and gain 3 victory points. The Battle Brothers gain 0 points, having lost 2 units effectively for free in a shockingly disastrous round. At the start of the round, the attack speeder with the heavy fusion rifles arrive on the field near the woods in the center. The destroyer sisters warp in at a charge distance away from the speeder. The second speeder appears from the left, and a unit of assault brothers descend from the skies into the building, where they find the burnt bodies of the Pathfinders. The fusion support brothers disembark out of the speeder into the woods. They take aim at the enemy APC. All 3 fusion beams hit, and after failing to make a single defense roll of a 6, the target vehicle explodes. The support sisters inside manage to evacuate the burning vehicle, except one, who unfortunately gets caught in the blast. The unit immediately becomes shaken. The warrior sisters move in closer to take aim at the assault brothers. The heavy rifles and the flamer deal a total of 6 hits with AP1 and takes out 2 of the brothers. The fusion speeder moves away from the destroyers to avoid their charge and fires upon them. Both heavy fusion rifle shots hit, and 2 of the destroyers are vaporized, leaving the last one shaken. The assault walker advances out of the woods to capture Objective 5. The support brothers with the flamers disembark their speeder. They avenge the Pathfinders, sending the warrior sisters to meet the same fiery fate. The battle sisters on the right advance to keep their claim over Objective 3. The flamer speeder darts forward over Objective 4, providing cover for the support brothers. The support sisters spend their activation to rally and become unshaken. The assault brothers leave the building and fly into the woods. The lone destroyer musters her resolve and becomes unshaken. At the end of the round, the Blessed Sisters gain 3 more victory points from Objectives 1, 3 and 5, while the brothers again gain none, due to the fact that all the units on the field have just arrived from ambush. This puts the sisters on the lead by 6 points. At the start of the round, the veteran Master Brother descends from the sky along with his veteran bodyguards. The High Sister and her 10 winged pistoliers also fly onto the battlefield from the left. Finally, another unit of assault brothers swoop in. The Flamer support brothers greet the High Sister and her flock with a barrage of heavy flamer fire. 5 Blast 3 attacks hit, causing a total of 15 hits that deals 11 wounds, reducing the target to just the High Sister with 2 wounds remaining. Despite the devastation, the leader of the Sisterhood maintains her resolve. The support sisters exact retribution by blasting the Flamer Speeder with devout fusion fire. The fusion speeder moves over Objective 2 to finish off the High Sister. It hits its target once with the heavy fusion rifle and takes out the ill-fated sister. The Destroyer Sister retreats to the right. The veteran Master Brother leads a charge at the support sisters. Preoccupied with dealing with the attack speeder, the heavy gunners fail to react to the onslaught. The veterans together deal 3 AP4 and 15 regular hits that easily cut through the sisters, like a Damascus blade would through tofu. The victorious brothers consolidate to reach Objective 1. The remaining unit of warrior sisters get into position to fire upon the veteran assault brothers. They deal 5 hits that cause 2 wounds. The veterans pass their morale test. The newly arrived assault brothers move to the right behind a building, getting into range to capture Objective 3 in the next round. The fusion support brothers and the remaining assault brothers move out of the woods to reinforce the veteran master. At the end of the round, finally the battle brothers score 2 points from Objectives 1 and 2. while the sisters gain another point from Objective 5, and they remain in the lead at 7-2. The sisters have taken some serious losses, but the Battle Brothers have a mountain to climb in order to emerge victorious. The warrior sisters retreat to the right, out of the enemy charge range, whilst keeping a hold of Objective 3. The veteran Master Brother activates his jump pack and leaps over the building wall. He drives his blade into the chest of the last destroyer sister as he lands and finishes off the unit. He then retreats behind cover. The walker moves into the woods while remaining over Objective 5. Its heavy flamers blast the veteran master and his remaining bodyguard. Both attacks hit on 6s, causing 2 extra hits that deal a total of 8 AP1 hits that ignore cover. The mighty leader of the Battle Brothers falls under the unrelenting firestorm. The 2 units of Assault Brothers move up over Objectives 1 and 3 respectively, while the Flamer Support Brothers capture Objective 4. The Fusion Speeder holds position over Objective 2. Finally, the Fusion Support Brothers move into position to take down the Walker with their heavy fusion rifles. It is now the only way to secure a victory. One of the 3 shot misses, which dashes the hope of destroying it, but the shots that hit could deal enough wounds to force a morale test. However, thanks to the cover of the trees, the Assault Walker manages to defend one of the attacks with a roll of a 5. With that, the game ends, as the Blessed Sisters score another 2 victory points from Objective 5, while the Battle Brothers gain 6 points from Objectives 1, 2 and 4. The final score is 9-8 in favour of the Blessed Sisters. So close yet so far. This game really highlights that I need to work on my objectives game from the earlier rounds. I can't complain about the progressive scoring, since I was the one that requested that we play this way. It was definitely a mistake to have lost the 2 Pathfinders in the first round with poor positioning. They should have stayed back out of line of sight to survive the round and contribute to the victory points in the later turns. On round 3, I could have moved the Fusion Support Brothers to Objective 3, and that way the game would have been a draw, but I really wanted to see if I could deny the Assault Walker of its claim over Objective 5. Alas, the attack was unsuccessful, and it wasn't meant to be. I'd definitely be up to play more games using progressive scoring, and see if I can do better in the future. Anyway, another fun game played.